Hey yo, what's up, everybody? Wolfman Rob back at you with a brand new review. The film we're going to be talking about today is a movie called Caught Stealing. I'll throw the poster up for you right now. Here you go. There is that poster. As you can see, this film stars Austin Butler and Zoe Kravitz, as well as so many other great actors here. Regina King, Bad Bunny over here, freaking Vincent D'Onofrio, Leif Schreiber, Matt Smith, freaking so many good, talented people in this movie. So I saw this trailer a couple times in theaters while seeing other movies, of course, and I'm like, this looks interesting, man. So the movie basically, and I could read the synopsis, but let's synopsis give up too much information. So basically, what you see in this trailer is that Austin Butler's character come home to his apartment, right? And he runs into his neighbor who is leaving and is asking Austin Butler's character to watch his cat while he's gone. Neighbor's got to go out of town, take care of his dad or something like that. He asks Austin Butler to take care of the cat. Austin Butler's like, am I? But Zoe Kravitz is there and all that stuff, and kind of persuades him into taking care of the cat. And that all seems all fair and good and all that, right? But chaos happens, right? People come looking for the neighbor, played by Matt Smith, who is obviously under some shady stuff, as we learn out. That those people run into Austin Butler. He goes out there and confronts them because they're messing with his neighbor's door and all this stuff, and that leads into all kinds of issues. And now he's thrown right into the middle of all of this. Right now, he's got himself inserted into this situation to where now he's going to have to take care of whatever the neighbor got in trouble for, or bad things are going to happen for him throughout this movie, man. So, as you can tell, based on that quick synopsis I threw there for you, that this is like a crime movie, right? Crime thriller of a film. Also mystery, right? We're figuring out, what did the neighbor do? What did the neighbor get himself into? And what's going to happen with Austin Butler's character now? And how is all this going to work out? Like, he's now thrown right in the middle of all this action and nonsense and mystery and just crime heist galore stuff going on with him all of a sudden. On top of that, we see with Austin's character, um, throughout the movie, but we get it at the beginning as well, that there is some kind of trauma to this character, right? You can see that he's using alcohol as a crutch in the movie and all that, and you can see that he's very dependent on that to take care of some trauma from his past life, and they explain it throughout the movie and all this stuff. I'm not gonna tell you, obviously, avoid spoilers, but all that stuff. But so you now have him who's already dealing with his own trauma and stuff like that, trying to get through that. And now he's thrown into this freaking terrible situation that his neighbor got him into, which is just a calamity of all kinds of issues. The movie itself is rated R. So as you can imagine, with this crime mystery thriller thing going on here, there is some violence going on with the movie. There's pretty some strong violence, so you can get some gore and all that stuff in here. Not like slasher horror movie gore, but some gnarly freaking things happen in this movie for sure. Like you would expect from like past crime movies you've seen, you can expect it in this as well. There is some nudity, there is some sexuality, there's some language, there's, as I mentioned, the alcohol use, there's drug use, stuff like that in the movie. So it's definitely an R-rated film, but that means hour 47 minutes, so just a shade under an hour 50, which is a shade under 2 hours of a movie as far as runtime goes and all that stuff. Which, if you saw my last review, I just watched a crime thriller action movie, right? Like, I just watched Eeny Meeny, threw out the review there, go ahead and ruin that review. Absolutely loved and adored that movie. Easily one of my favorite movies of the year and all that stuff. So coming to this movie, tough competition, right? And all that stuff of what we're looking for and what we're kind of expecting and hoping for and all this stuff and all that. Like, I was going to see this movie either way, even though the story was compelling from the trailer already. I was like, oh, it looks interesting, man. I want to check this out. Austin Butler's in it, right? And I became a pretty big Austin Butler fan after the Elvis film, right? That's where I ran into Austin Butler. Oh no, that's a lie. I saw Austin Butler in Yoga Hosers, the Kevin Smith movie, which, feel how you want about that movie. I've always had fun with it when I've watched it. I haven't watched it in a while, but he's in that movie. Apparently, he did like a Disney show or Nickelodeon show before. I don't know. But I mostly know him from Elvis because I'm a huge fan of Elvis. Elvis is my favorite singer, right? So that movie was a big deal, and seeing, the dedication he put into bringing that performance to life and everything, automatically was like, heck yeah, man. I loved his performance in that movie. And since then, I'm like, Austin Butler, I'm interested in what you got going on. I saw that biker movie he did that I'm forgetting the name of. I saw that in theaters last year. And then, of course, this movie. He's also in Dune and all that stuff. Like, he's had, Elvis is like really skyrocketed him up, and which makes sense. He's like a very talented performer by all means, and he's really good in this movie. Again, we talked about the comedy thriller. Well, not even comedy. There is comedic moments in this movie. There are some moments that you will laugh during the film, on purpose, not one of those ridiculous laughs and all that stuff, but like that. Obviously the comedy was built in there to help out the situations a little bit. But the portrayal that he's putting in this movie to being the person who has this traumatic event from his past that he's still dealing with now, and seeing him deal with those demons and now face these literal freaking people that are causing him problems throughout this crisis and all this stuff. Again, it's just another wonderful performance by him. Zoe Kravitz, very talented lady as well. I mean, the whole cast, the whole cast just delivers on such a great way to all their characters. When you see them, they're all cool, and seeing how they work in the situation that's going on throughout this movie and all that stuff, and seeing what character they are and what they bring into the story and all that. Like, all of it's good, like all of it's solid, all very solid performances. Mentioned the runtime a moment ago. Um, Not the longest of films, obviously, it's under 2 hours, but there was a moment while I was watching the movie, I was like, we probably could have trimmed this down a little bit. Did feel a little bit long at one point, but not overall. Like, most of the movie, it did keep me interested. I did catch on to where it was going, but that's just, guy who watches a lot of movies. But it didn't ruin the movie by any means for me by catching on to where it was going and all that. But story wise, it was good. Like, I like the storyline of what they built here, and it's a basic kind of crime movie. If you've seen one of them, you've seen a lot of them, and it's got that same kind of crime storyline that involves throughout a movie that you've probably seen again before. But entertaining. The action stuff is fun in it. The again gets violent, and the violence of the stuff that's going on in the movie works very well as the comedy mixed in and all that stuff. So for me, pretty solid movie. I probably like middle of the pack of the films I've seen this year, but I did enjoy it. I had a good time with it. Again, Austin Butler, fantastic performance yet again out of him, the whole cast, of course, and worth the time, man. I'm glad I saw it in theaters. There's like there's for me, I have the Regal Unlimited pass, so it's like a little bit easier, I guess, for me to go see movies. But I maybe used to have that mindset a long time ago of don't have to see every movie in theaters and all that stuff. But for me, if it's a movie I'm interested in, I want to see it in theaters, right? It's pretty funny. Like, people were like, when Naked Gun came out, I was like, we gotta go see it in theaters to save comedy and all that stuff, and that's a reaction to people not going to the movies as much anymore for any kind of movie. And now that we're like, well, we gotta go see this to save comedy, like, go see a movie in theaters, man. If you want to go see the movie, go see it in theaters. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. Go see any kind of movies. You don't have to just see the big blockbuster, superhero dinosaur movies and stuff like that, man. It's okay to go, see any kind of movie. Like, there's all kinds of films out there in the world, and it's perfectly fine to go over see whatever movie you want. But at the same time, it's perfectly fine for you to do whatever you want. I'm just throwing that out there. But nonetheless, man, um, Caught Stealing. Forgot the name of the movie. Caught Stealing was an entertaining enough film. Could have been trimmed down a little bit and all that stuff, but it kept me interested the majority of the movie and all that. And I thought it played out very well how it needed to play out. So I had a good time with this movie. That is my quick thoughts on Caught Stealing. If you saw it over the weekend, or if you've seen it at all, let me know what you were thinking of that movie. But that is it for this review, man. Appreciate you hanging out with me and all that good stuff. Hope you have a wonderful rest of the day, week, month, year. As always, like to remind you that you matter. You're capable of incredible, incredible things. Trust in yourself, believe in yourself, chase those goals, chase those dreams. They will be there for you because you are capable and you matter, man. So thank you for hanging out with me. And as always, like to remind you, happiness can be found even in the darkest of times. One only remembers, turn on that light, man. Talk to you all next review.